I'm joined by Jim Gurley. We're going to talk about Arbor Day and, of course, Arbor Day, trees, and so forth. And Jim, thanks for coming in and talk to us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Now, this is being called the Johnny Appleseed Project, correct?
Yes, a friend and I are doing this just on our own. Carolyn Dry and I have been concerned about climate change for several years. And she saw an article in the New York Times talking about the relationship between forests and trees and the climate. And so we knew that planting a lot of trees is really good for the climate. And 3/4 of the world's rainforests have already been cut down. And trees take carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere and they lock it down into their wood and the soil so that it doesn't get back up in the atmosphere. So they are a cooling agent for the earth. So we thought, well, why not just give away trees? And so we located a program through the DNR where we could get a lot of trees. We're going to have little saplings available to give to citizens, residents of Winona, and also we're giving a bunch to the city. We're giving the city about 2 dozen to plant various places around town. This Friday is Arbor Day. It's a national holiday, and we are celebrating that on the Winona State campus. Late morning, you can come and get a sapling free of charge. From 9:30 to 10, they're going to have a ceremony at the gazebo, which is in the center of campus. And then from about 10 o'clock till 3 o'clock, we hope to have trees there. But I urge people to get them early. We might run out. So late morning at Winona State is your best bet at the gazebo. Then you can also get them later that afternoon on Friday at Lake Park. We're going to have a ceremony between 3:30 and 5. We're going to plant a few trees. I think the mayor will come in and say a few words. So starting at 3:30 at Lake Park. And then that same day, this Friday, we will be coming, or we will have trees at the Bluff Country Co-op on West 2nd Street. And those will be available all day as long as they hold out. So first come, first served. And then the last place we'll have them is at the Boathouse restaurant on the levee. And I think that opens at noon, and they'll have them that afternoon. So that's all this Friday on Arbor Day.
And then you've started with these trees this past weekend for Earth Day, right? Did you have a little something going on?
Well, we had a table at Earth Day, and it was a lot of fun. It was a beautiful day, and didn't give away trees then. We haven't picked them up yet, actually. We're going to do that in a couple of days. But we did have information about this, what we're doing with this program there. And we also have a petition that we are petitioning state leaders in Minnesota to see if they can do something for citizens who want to plant trees, maybe a tax break or something. So we had a lot of people sign that.
And what was, I guess, the reaction on Saturday? I guess that was a little bit of a barometer for people's interest in kind of climbing on board. People pretty excited about it generally?
Yeah, I think I had the big word free on the table, and that draws them every time. Yeah. But no, a lot of people stopped by, a lot of kids, which is great. And people, they might be losing an ash tree with the ash borer problem. Or they just might want to help their child learn how to plant and nurture a tree. And the neat thing about this is when you do plant this tree and you start to see the relationship between trees and how they help our planet in the climate, you can feel like you're doing your one little part for global climate change. Otherwise, it's kind of a big issue,
Mm-hmm. So we're almost out of time. Can you just kind of hit the high points, where and when?
Sure. This Friday, Arbor Day, we will have little sapling trees at Winona State at the gazebo from 10 a.m. Until 3 p.m. that day at Winona State until they run out. And then we will also have them at Lake Park, at the Lions Shelter at Lake Park, from 3:30 to 5 on Friday. And that same day, all day, that Bluff Country Co-op is open. They'll have them there, as well as the Boathouse restaurant on the levee.
All right.
And I want to make sure people get them early because there's a good chance these will run out.
Yeah, free trees, you can't beat that.
That's right.
All right. And unfortunately, they tend to be a little spendy sometimes, depending on how big they are. All right. Well, Jim, thanks for your efforts, and we appreciate you taking time to stop by today.
Thank you, Dave.